Once you know the straight up truth, then you can have hope. Hope that you can do this and grow your own successful e-commerce business.
The biggest names in e-commerce share tricks of the trade, from tools and software to strategies and growth hacks. Learn from the best and take your business to the next level.
What are the actual tactical things that you're doing to attract people?
Now your host, JD Crouse.
Welcome to e-commerce in the trenches. I'm JD Crouse, and I want to tell you a little bit about me, a little bit about this podcast, and invite you to join us on our journey. I'm a retired pro rodeo cowboy, and I made a living for several years throwing down steers. I currently invest in commercial real estate and rock quarries. I used to ride a horse to a one-room country school until I was a freshman in high school. I'm a proud father of 3, and my wife of 19 years, Amy, and I have grown a brand from an idea to over $6.5 million in revenue in about 3.5 years. In that, I've made nearly every mistake known to man and a few good decisions along the way. Won some awards like the Shopify Build a Business in 2014, where we beat out a bunch of other great companies to have the most revenue of any other company in the competition. By the way, selling a $15 product at that time. My goal for e-commerce in the trenches is to cut your learning time and to help you not make some of the same mistakes that I've made, so that you can grow a great e-commerce business by focusing on 3 main things. Number 1, attracting. Number 2, converting. And number 3, retaining great customers. Now let me ask you about you. If you fit into one of these 3 categories, I think that you'd be a great fit for e-commerce in the trenches to come hang out with us. Number 1, if you're currently growing a thriving e-commerce brand, then I believe that you're going to learn some cutting-edge techniques and strategies from my guests as well as myself in what we're using today to grow our businesses. Number 2, if you're just in the beginning of your e-commerce journey, then you're going to learn how to stay lean and mean and position yourself for massive growth, which is exciting. And number 3, if you haven't yet started your e-commerce business and you want to know the good, bad, and the ugly of this thing, then you've come to the right place. So why now? Why does e-commerce in the trenches exist right now? I had to answer that question myself, and very simply, there's so much fluff and misinformation out there that I wanted to speak truth from my experience and the experience of my guests on the show, so that you could make informed decisions about whether or not you want to invest your time, money, and energy into growing an e-commerce business for yourself. So my goal is unvarnished truth, and we're going to bring business owners on here that have real businesses that are doing the do that you may not have ever heard interviewed on any other podcast. And it's going to be specific to attracting, converting, and retaining and growing your e-commerce business. So my belief is that once you know the straight up truth, then you can have hope that you can do this and grow your own successful e-commerce business. So I invite you to subscribe, come back and check out our episodes, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Thanks for listening to e-commerce in the trenches, brought to you by Unific. Visit unific.com to start turning your receipts into revenue through highly segmented order confirmation campaigns and more.